So this is the Todo Sexy guy.
Yeah. And we shot all this stuff too, didn't we?
Yep,
Okay.
I've got that.
I'm going to call this just the red splatter. They put the red splatter underneath the south staircase. You know, sitting where it's going to be indicated in the photograph. The top of the mezzanine, you have to make this a corridor that's narrow that goes right to the street. Whoa, stop. You're looking camera left, just right past the lens.
Ricardo. Michael knows aesthetically about a picture, about a frame, about shooting a picture. The images, colors, the architecture.
That's pretty good.
All that kind of stuff. He's got an innate knowledge of all those things. And just an extremely creative soul, you know.
You can see it in those sort of quiet moments. You can see him putting it together completely, almost with the soundtrack in his head.
Which camera's this?
Area 36 frames.
From top to bottom, the vision is his.
That looks good. It's good.
He picks everybody. He'll pick everybody from the maid to the hitman. You're not going to just show up with somebody. He wants to see him. He wants to have a lot of selections.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like to do
Let's do it in that order, please. Okay. See, that's very intimidating.
If anybody doesn't know, the house we're building is based on an actual house in Cuba that we scouted, and I had Gong Li and Colin there. So when you're seeing any of the photo storyboards, there's nothing approximate about it. It's the real deal.
When he scouts, he will see a vehicle that he likes. He will point out that car and say, "Get me that car." So you have to try to jump out of the van and stop him to get that car.
I'm liking this room, like everything about it.
We have the furniture from this house in the set. He was so taken by it, he just said, let's just do this. Let's see if we can get this furniture and use it for the set. And we did.
There's the guy clearing back, you're watching the mirror, and you're very fun.
Hey, Jim, make the curtain billow. Yeah, you're supposed to be the interior. Look at that. There you go.
Okay, we'll leave it in front.
See?
Wow house scale. You see the this bathroom? Look at the tile. Of course, this whole house in 1937. Look at the porcelain inbuilt. Big old shower head.
We shot this film digitally, and we shot Collateral digitally, actually for two different reasons. Collateral was because I wanted to see into the night. For Miami Vice, yes, there's a lot of scenes that take place at night, but the primary reason for doing it had to do with what I wanted you to feel about daylight, about how light hits the water, how light hits these people, how intensely saturated and vivid everything you're looking at becomes.
This format has amazing depth of field. You can sort of see forever. You can see from 2 inches in front of your face to the horizon in this amazing deep focus. We establish this high contrast, deep focus look that Mike already liked.
Yeah, deal goes down another time, another place.
There's something unique about these places. The color red won't look the same way. It won't make you feel the same. I don't care how it looks, it's how it makes you feel.
Something we pursued was this very deep, dark definition in our clouds and in the sky. And Miami has this very dramatic sky and weather.
Okay, cable reaches from here to here.
So some of the early testing were about how do we really bring that into a 3D quality on screen.
Meanwhile, it does not track.
You know, there are times you look at these images of the sky, and it does feel like you could reach out and touch the clouds.
You won't feel the same way in Los Angeles as it does in Miami. The way white is against the dark gray skies because a hurricane is one day away or just left and the weather's stormy. When people say that's too difficult, you can't do that, who says you can't? So then you start figuring out how to do that.
In the back seat here is where Michael will ride. He's able to watch the monitor, compose this shot, help us modify it as it's going. And he'll often sit on the back seat right behind me here and direct the operation. You're gonna have this helicopter behind me painted as a Miami-Dade police helicopter, going pretty low level right down the freeway. We've closed off a whole section of 95 right in the middle of downtown, so we'll be flying really low there.